The reserve list Hot 10 has a new champion. Somebody has made it down the yellow brick road of goodness and made it out on top. Which card came out as number one? Well, get your coffee ready. Stay tuned. Don't miss a beat because it's coming up next. We are gathered here to crown a new champion. The reserve list Hot 10 has a new card that gets to wear the crown this week. Who will it be? Who goes down that yellow brick road to get to number one? Each and every week it seems to be a throw up. We don't know what's going to happen. That's the craziness of the reserve list. Cards that aren't coming back. Cards that just, they're special to so many people. I know a lot of you guys tune into this each and every week and you want to know what's going on, and I'm happy to bring it to you. It's a good time because I got my coffee here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get into that action and tell you guys about what's going on out there on the reserve list. It's the place. It's a one-stop shop. That's what we like to know, right? Shop smart, shop S-Mart. You can bring my nachos and cheese by later because I am feeling pretty good on a Saturday morning. I'm a little funky monkey. I'm a little bit wired up with the second cup in my hand already, and I can't wait to talk about this. So enough talking, enough rambling on. This is the Hot 10 Reserve List Edition. It deserves our respect. Let's get to it. So we're starting out with Revised Edition, and that's Plateau, a dual land at number 10 with 21 sales this week from the 17th to the 24th of June. That's 2022. Now the average price is $349.98 US. The market price is $348.10 US. Now, €235.49 to get that card into your house. Here in Canada, guys, you're looking at around $500 to $550 for a near mint, and you can get a heavily played for around $300. Depending on your reason for buying, it might be a good time to grab the heavily played, assuming you have no cash flow problems. If you don't have some good savings put away, if you don't have a few bucks put aside, I don't recommend diving into this stuff. It's pretty expensive, but if you've got no issues, and you got a few bucks to spare, a few shekels in the pocket, this might be the good time to pick up a heavily played copy for a commander deck. Now, number 9 is Aegis of the Meek. That's from Ice Age. Somebody must enjoy this artwork because we have 25 sales from the 17th to the 24th. And remember, this card's got an average price of $1.21. The market price is $1.18 US. It's €1.26 to get this card into your house, and it's around $2 here in Canada. Now, the Aegis is kind of unique, though. I remember actually using this card when Ice Age came out. It's a 3 casting cost, sure. But you could tap this thing, right? And you could give a 1/1 creature only, by the way. A 1/1 creature could get a +2, right? Sorry, a +1/+2. My bad. Saturday morning. You know how it is. And I look at that and I remember having 3 or 4 of these in a deck and pumping up like Benlish Heroes and Icatian Infantry and all kinds of crazy little guys that I had banding with. Because I ended up having lots of mana late in the game. And things like this, I could pump them up. I think I even animated Artifact it once and instilled it to get multiple effects. I know, the crazy stuff we did back in the day. Now, number 8, still hanging in there, is Team Thrall from Thrall Champions. I know, Thrall Champion, I can't help myself, guys. Fallen Empires. 26 sales from the 17th to the 24th. The price is still going down, which is great for those people who want to get their hands on a copy. Around $4 light played on TCG Player. If you're using TCG to buy anything, guys, don't forget to use my affiliate link. It does help the channel buy cards. I really appreciate every little bit I can help. Free kickback from me from TCG is awesome, assuming you use that platform. But $7.82 is pretty reasonable for a near mint copy. It's about what I'm paying right now. The market price is $7.98 US, and it's €5.82 to get this card to your house. And there haven't been any local copies in a very long time for this particular card, so I actually stopped looking. I took a look last week, still nothing. It's on my wish list at a few stores. Now, here's something interesting. Wheel of Fortune I mentioned last week was really dropping in price. And I guess a few people took that to heart and said, you know what? It is a pretty good time to buy that card. Look how far it's flatlined out. Just like Dual Lands, it's coming down hard, and it may still fall a little bit further depending on what you're after. Revised Edition is $358.12 US, okay? The market price, you can see it's €231.09 to get that card to your house. There's still some beat up copies around. And if you just need a copy that's real, you don't want a proxy, and you want to play with it, I would recommend then buying a heavily played copy just so you have one. For investment purposes, yeah, you're going to have to pay top dollar, get a near mint one, and hang in there for 20 years. Remember that. These are not short-term investments. These are lifelong enthusiasts who want to have these cards and hold on to them and cherish them for a long time. That's why the reserve list is always hold the line. We don't sell this stuff. We accumulate this stuff. It's passion. What can you say? Now, number 6, Elvish Farmer from Fallen Empires continues to have strong sales. I was really surprised to see this still in the top 10 and even at number 6. 33 sales is nothing to snub at. You see it's $5.15 US. The market is $7.67 US. And it's €6.59 to get that card to your house. It's around $6 here in Canada if they have copies in hand. And when I look at this card, don't forget, it's a 2 casting cost. 1 green generic and 1 other, and it's a 0-2. It is a summon elf though, not a summon Thallid. Not a spore itself. But during your upkeep, put a spore counter on Elvish Farmer. Remove 3 spore counters from Elvish Farmer to put a 1/1 Sporling into play, right? And then you can sacrifice a Sporling to gain 2 life. So you see it's a little cycle going along. But think about all those cards that pop counters on. All those cards that can proliferate and do crazy stuff. I have seen this card used in kind of crazy ways for fun. I've never seen it in a competitive deck really doing damage, but I have seen some fun like tabletop decks that just went down with this thing, and armies of Sporlings came out, only to be met by my balance because my deck didn't have creatures, but it was still cool to watch it happen. Like to see this card here, and I kind of like the artwork. You know, he's got a good style. Here we have Zelion Sword at number 5 from Fallen Empires with 43 sales this week, 17th to the 24th of June, 2022. The average price is only $1.90 for this card. The market price is $1.95 US, €2.69 to get this card into your house, and it's around $3 here in Canada. Now this is an early form of equipment, 3 to cast, it's an artifact, and 3 and tap the sword. And target creature gets +2/+0 for as long as Zelion Sword remains tapped. And you can choose not to untap the sword during your untap phase to keep it attached to that creature. That's why it's kind of like an early form of equipment. Awesome stuff. Used to use this card all the time. Great seeing it back around. Just reminds me like an angel of destiny handing you a magical sword to your poor little Benelish hero and charging into a battlefield. Still love seeing this card in old school type matches where you're just having some fun. Great stuff. Now our next card is Lodestone Bauble. A little more of a serious card, does have uses, is played in Commander. Alright, it's from Alliances, guys. And when you look at this card, it's been tanking for quite a while. The average price is $7.66 US. The market price is $7.08 US. €6.03 gets that card in your house, but 47 sales. That's why it's at number 4. 47 sales, guys, and it's still going down in price. Remember what this card does. It's a 0 casting cost artifact. It is 1, tap it, sacrifice it. And Lodestone Bauble, you get to look at some opponent's graveyard, take 4, single opponent, take 4 target basic lands from any player's graveyard and put it on top of his or her library in any order as well. So you can just give them total junk they don't need, or you could be a hero in a Commander game and give them exactly what they need to make things happen. I love that stuff, right? Not to mention, it could be yourself too. You might just say, you know what? This is a 0 casting cost, tap 1 and draw a card. Because maybe you don't have any basic lands. Maybe you're just using this to siphon through that much faster. It does say any target player. So it could be anybody. I've used this on opponents to give them back stuff. To make them happy when people have blown up and strip mine stuff. I just like it and say, hey, do you need a basic land back? Do you need something back? Let me put that back up there for you. But you also can do yourself if you want to. If you're desperate to try draw an extra card, this could actually do it for you. And it's still really cheap. Less than $10, insane. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 3. And that is going to be Suleiman's Legacy again from Visions. Now, we talked about this last week when it made the list. And it should be here. It's underpriced, underappreciated, and it can mess people up. Forget just like Djinns and Ifrits. Those could come back around. But Changeling and Shapeshifter as well, messing people up. People are howling in the comment sections. I know you guys were sending me those texts and stuff. It was really funny on the Instagram as well. I look at this enchantment for 2 casting, 1 red, 1 white, and you can just mess people up and bury everything. A lot of good times. And 73 sales tells me a lot of you guys out there agree. Remember, go for near mint copies, by the way. Now, the average price is $3.37 US. The market price is $2.87 US. €2.69 to get that card to your house. Pretty respectable, guys. Pretty affordable card to say you have a play set of 4. Remember, I usually say go for 4. inexpensive at this point. You're only talking 10, 12 bucks. It's gone up a little bit from last week, but still, it's really down there. It is, you know, it's an affordable reserve list card. Let's go ahead now and take a look at the number 2 card on the list this week, and that is going to be Spoils of Evil. And it is an evil card. Look at the guy's got like blood and gems in his hand. Now this is a 1 black, 2 generic interrupt, which basically just means instant nowadays. We don't have interrupts anymore. For each artifact or creature in target opponent's graveyard, add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool and gain 1 life, which is not bad depending if you've nuked their battlefield and some opponent had a lot of creatures. This can be a very effective card, but at the same time, maybe it's just a couple of mana is all you need to get something going, and 78 sales is big. I saw one of the people on the channel put that in the comments section. I was already on it, so thanks a lot though for being a team player and helping me out when these kind of weird sales came up. But I did check this card because it's been a while, and I'm glad I did, because this has all been happening the last couple of days, which means this is a buyout. It's pretty effective, and it's going to not really change the price at all, which is great in case this person or people decide to go back. Average price is only $6.84, €5.77 to get this card into your house, and it's around $8 here in Canada. Great card. Love to see it being played in stuff like Commander. All right, guys, the number 1 card. You've waited. You're here. Look at it. It's glorious. And it's here again. We have Hivs of the Scale. I talked to you guys about it. It was way too cheap, and it looks like the market decided to nuke this card. So Hivs of the Scale is from Mirage, and it has 197 sales this week. What, we couldn't round up to 200, guys? 197 is as far as we got. And look at the price change. This card went from $1 something all the way up to $3.79 is the average. The market's still $2.49, and it's €1.69 to get this card into your house. It's around $5 here in Canada. Now it's 2 red, 3 generic mana for a 3/4 summon legend. You may choose not to untap Hivs of the Scale during your untap phase. Tap it and gain control of target dragon. If Hivs becomes untapped, or if you lose control of Hivs, you lose control of that dragon. But with all the dragon decks out there, and even adding him into a dragon deck with Tiamat and stuff, it's an effective card to have around. That, I mean, this is why we do stuff like this. It's a cheap card. It's a reserve list. It doesn't cost mana to use it. There's no tie-up of your mana pool. It's an epic card. So that ends our journey down the yellow brick road. Number 1 was Hivs of the Scale with 197 sales, and I only got halfway through my coffee, and I managed to avoid banging the microphone. At least I think I did. Sounds right. And don't forget, it's Sunday, and that means I'm going to see you guys on the live stream. I think we have a little celebrating to do. I can't wait to see you all there. Have an awesome day wherever you are in the world of Magic. And a big shout out goes out to all the fantastic patrons on the channel who support me each and every day. All my YouTube membership subscribers, thanks guys, you rock. Doesn't look any different. I kind of feel the same.